In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a very simple report using Power BI Desktop. Power BI Desktop is a Windows-only application that's used to build reports and dashboards. And the good news is it's totally free to use. No subscription, no license fee, totally free. I'll walk you through downloading Power BI Desktop, importing data, and building a simple interactive report from scratch. By the way, you might have read somewhere that Power BI isn't free. Well, it is and it isn't. Power BI Desktop is free to download, install and use. However, if you want to publish your report to the Power BI Cloud, known as the Power BI Service, so that you can share your report with others, or you want to take advantage of other features of the Power BI Service, such as security and automated refresh, then you do need to buy a Power BI license. If you want to follow along, you can download a copy of the practice file from the link in the description below. To download from the store, type Store into the Windows search box, then click Microsoft Store. In the search box at the top of the store, type Power BI. Click Power BI Desktop from the search results list, and then click Get. The software should begin to download and install on your computer, and once it's installed, you can close the store. You can run Power BI Desktop just like any other application. The first time you run Power BI, you'll probably be prompted to sign in. Unless you want to share your report with other people, there's no need to sign in. All the core features of Power BI Desktop will work without being signed in. I'm going to click on Blank Report. That gives me a blank report. Before we can build anything in Power BI, we need some data to work with. Power BI supports over 100 data sources, so you can import data from Excel, CSV files, tables embedded in web pages, even from PDFs. For this demo, I'm going to import data from Excel. The data I'm using is from a small independent training company who provides Microsoft training, and the company uses Excel to track things like bookings and revenue and number of people trained and so on and so on. The first thing I'm going to do is import that data, and to do that, from the Home tab, I'll click Get Data, Excel Workbook. I then need to go and find the Excel file, which is on my desktop, and it's that one there, Power BI Getting Started. I'll select it and click Open. It'll then show me the names of all the sheets in that workbook. There's only one. It's called Sheet 1. If I click it, it gives me a preview of the data, and that's the data I want. So I tick the box next to Sheet 1 and click Load. Once that load box has disappeared and we're back to the build visuals with your data, we know that the data is imported. If we want to see the data, click on the second icon down on the left-hand side, the table view, and that shows me the data. So the data's actually been loaded into this file. The next thing I'm going to do is save this file, because this file now contains 65 rows of data in a table whose name is Sheet 1. Just before I do save the file, I'm going to go over to where it says Sheet 1 in the data panel, double click it and rename it to Course Information. That has no effect on the underlying Excel data. That's just renaming this table in this file. If I then click the Save button at the top left, what I'm saving here is the actual Power BI file. So I'll just save this as Demo 1, and I want to save it onto my desktop and hit Save. What I actually get if I just minimize Power BI Desktop is I get a PBIX file. A PBIX file is a file that's been created using Power BI Desktop. Now, the purpose of this demo is to give you a flavour of what Power BI can do. Therefore, the report I'm going to build is going to be really simple. If I was to build something like this, it would obviously take me a lot longer. Plus, there are elements behind the scenes in this report
that will be considered advanced, certainly not things to be covered in a getting started video. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the Report Designer button, which is the first one of those 4 icons on the left-hand side. I want to display as a single figure, not a chart, the total revenue year to date. In other words, I want to add up all the numbers in the fee column of the table. And for that, I'm going to add what's called a card. A card displays one single value, so it's great for totals. So from my visualizations panel over on the right, I'll click the card button, which is the one with the 1, 2, 3 on it. That adds a card onto my canvas. I can move that card and place it exactly where I want it. I can also resize the card. I also want to display as a single value the total number of people who have been trained. So in other words, I want to add up all the numbers in the number of attendees column and add that onto another card. So rather than creating another card from scratch, I will select this first card, Control-C to copy, Control-V to paste. I've now got 2 cards that are the same size, and I can just position them where I want them. To get the figures onto the card, I need to drag the appropriate column headings from the panel on the right, the data panel. So if I open up the course information table by clicking the little arrowhead, I see all of the column headings from that table. The first card is going to be the total revenue. So that is adding up, as I said, all the numbers in the fee column. So I will drag fee and drop that directly onto the card. And because the fee column in the table is numeric, it automatically generates a sum. And I'll do a similar thing with the other card to add up the figures in the number of attendees column. So with that card selected, I'll drag number of attendees from the list on the right and drop it onto that card. Now I can tidy up and format those cards. So for example, I'll click on the first card. I'll then click on the paintbrush icon just above the visualizations, and that gives me access to all the formatting. And I'll go to General and then Effects and Visual Border. And I'll turn that visual border on. And if I expand that section, I can change the color and I can also change the thickness. So let's have that as 3 points. We've now got a nice little border around that. And I'll do the same thing with the other card. So select the card, go to the paintbrush, go to General, go to Effects, turn on the visual border, and let's make that 3 points wide. These aren't quite lined up, so we'll just line those up using the red dotted lines as a guide. We can clear the sum of fee and the sum of number of attendees, or we can change that text. So if I click on the first card, and underneath the visuals, you can see we've got a field section and it says sum of fee. Click the drop down to sum of fee and rename for this visual. And I'll change its name to say total revenue. And the same thing for the sum of number of attendees. Click on that card, click the drop down in the field section, choose rename for this visual and change that to say number of people trained. The next thing I'm going to do is add a chart, just a standard column chart. I need to show a breakdown of revenue per client. So I'll click on the background of the canvas. And the reason I'm doing that is to make sure that none of the existing visuals are selected. Then I'll click on the chart icon, the clustered column chart, and that places that onto the canvas. I can resize that. And what I want here is I want the names of the clients on the x-axis. So I will drag client name from the column on the right and drop that on x-axis. and I will drag fee to y-axis. And I get myself a nice little chart showing me the revenue generated by each of my clients. I can change the colors, I can change the text, I can change anything about the chart by using the paintbrush. So with the chart selected, click on the paintbrush and choose columns and change the color of those columns. Finally, I'm going to add a slicer onto my report. This will enable me to filter the report based on a column of my choosing, which for this report will be the course title. So I'll click on the slicer icon from the visuals panel. That's this one here. And that will place a slicer onto my canvas. I can move the slicer to where I want it. And I can resize the slicer. I think I'll put it in the top corner. And then I will drag the course title either directly onto the slicer or onto the fields box that's associated with that slicer. And that gives me a list of the course titles. I'll just resize the slicer so that I can see everything. So now, if I clicked on, for example, getting started with pivot tables, what it does is it applies a filter to all the visuals on this report, and it's just showing me the information for the selected course title. If I click on getting started with pivot tables again, it clears the filter. And that's my report done. So I will save the file again. There is no auto save. And then close the file. Okay, let's imagine that it's a week later and the Excel file has been updated. So what I need to do now is I need to reopen the PBIX file just by double clicking on it, and it'll open it up in Power BI Desktop. So you can see on my report, we've got 421 people trained, but that is the data from the old version of the spreadsheet. As I said, the Excel file's been updated. What I need to do from here is on the Home tab, I need to click the refresh button, and that will update the data, which will then in turn update the visuals. So let's go for it. From the Home tab, click refresh. It's now going out, grabbing the latest data from the Excel file, updating the table, and eventually updating the report. And there you go. You can see the number of people trained has updated. And that's it. That is how to create a simple report in Power BI Desktop.
Well, I hope the video helped you out. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like more Excel or Power BI tips and tricks, check out my website at theexceltrainer.co.uk. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, but until then, have an excellent day.